welcome back to another Math Notes video. We're looking at section 3.3.1, more properties, real numbers. This video is going to really just be a bunch of definitions. You're probably going to want to pause it periodically in order to copy them down. Not a whole lot to it here, just a lot of different properties that you need to know and understand. All right, the first one we're going to look at is the identity property of addition. Identity property states that adding 0 to any expression leaves the expression unchanged. So, for example, if you have a plus 0, that equals a, or 3 plus 0, that equals 3, or 0 plus negative 2xy squared equals negative 2xy squared. The number 0 is called the additive identity. The next one is the identity property of multiplication. This states that multiplying any expression by 1 leaves the expression unchanged. That is, a times 1 equals a. For example, 4 times 1 equals 4. 437x times 1 equals 437x. The number 1 is called the multiplicative identity. The additive inverse property. This states that for every number a, there is a number negative a, such that a plus negative a equals 0. So, for example, the additive inverse of number 5 is negative 5, because 5 plus negative 5 equals 0. The additive inverse of a number is often called its opposite. For example, a and negative a are opposites. The multiplicative inverse property. And again, guys, you should be pausing this video and writing these down in your notebook so that you have them when you need them. All right, multiplicative inverse property states that for every non-zero number a, there is a number 1 over a, such that a times 1 over a equals 1. Which, by the way, if we multiply that out, would equal a over a, and then equal 1 as well. For example, 1/6 is the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of 6, because 6 times 1/6 equals 1. A common name used for the multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal. For a number in the form of a over b, where a and b are non-zero, the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal is b over a. The reason they have to be non-zero is we can never have a 0 in the denominator. All right, we can never divide by 0. So both of those numbers need to be non-zero so that we don't divide by 0. The additive property for equality states that equality is maintained if the same amount is added to both sides of an equation. That is, if a equals b, then a plus c equals b plus c. So, for example, if y equals 3x, then y plus 1.5 equals 3x plus 1.5. And you use that all the time when you're solving equations or when you're doing, something more complex like completing the square. As long as you add the same amount to each side, the equation stays the same. The multiplicative property of equality states that the equality is maintained if both sides of an equation are multiplied by the same amount. That is, if a equals b, then a times c equals b times c. For example, if y equals 3x, then 2 times y equals 2 times 3x. So again, we can multiply both sides of the equation as long as it's by the same amount. The equation does not change. That is it, guys. Get those written down in your notebook so that you have them. Have a good day.